Hi guys, it's Michelle from Living Extraordinary. So I had asked you guys if you guys wanted me to answer some of the makeup questions on what I use and what I like to use daily. So we got a few questions here that I'm going to go over, but before that, I kind of wanted to go over what I have here. I have a little bit of everything. I have foundation, I have concealer, I have setting spray, I have my handy dip brow, lipsticks, highlighter, moisturizer, my little trick, um, eyeshadows. There goes the Fibrofob, and eyeliner and brushes. So my normal routine in the morning is I get up, wash my face. I always cleanse my face before I put moisturizer on, and I my favorite moisturizer, and I've tried many, is the Clinique Moisture Surge, and it looks like gel, and it kind of goes on really smooth, just like a gel. And I moisturize my face every morning with this. Once this dries up, then I apply my primer. I just got a new bottle. I had a sample. It was tiny like this, a small sample that came in my Sephora box, and I started using this. And I really like the way it holds my makeup every day and the way it makes my makeup look after I'm finished. So I apply some of this, which is primer, and I can show you what that looks like. And it looks just like the moisturizer, exactly the same. And then once this dries, it gets a little thick, and what it does is protects your skin from all the makeup on your face, and it helps to hold the makeup on your face so that by the end of the day at 6 o'clock you still look like you have a full face. You're not going home with your face all gone. Sometimes I go home with my face all gone because I have allergies, as you can hear right now. I am clogged. So I wash my nose a lot. I blow my nose a lot. I'm sticking tissue all up in there. So around my nose area, I always lose makeup. I wear glasses. My nose bridge, another area that I lose makeup. All I do is I take my fingers, I blot some of it around to kind of like blend it in so it won't be obvious that there's makeup missing. And that's just a little trick I use. Next, I do to cover my circles, because everybody knows I have fibros, so I don't sleep well at night. A lot of nights, some nights I have too much pain and the pain overwhelms me and I can't sleep. So I pace back and forth from my bedroom to the living room to the kitchen to the tub. And that's just my routine every night. Well, not every night. I can't say every night. On my bad nights, I'm in and out of the tub 2 and 3 times. I lay on the sofa. Sometimes I fall asleep on the sofa. Sometimes I end up in the guest room. Sometimes I end up in my bed. It just depends on how intense my pain levels are that night. So in the morning, when I wake up, I have really dark circles, bags all under and over my eye here. So a trick I've learned from you YouTube girls, I don't remember her name, but I found a little trick she does. She takes red lipstick, regular red lipstick that anybody should have. This is an old lipstick that I've had for many years. I blot it under my eyelid. I take a regular fluffy brush. Can't talk right now. A fluffy brush, and I take it and I blend it all into under my eye so it doesn't look so harsh. Once it's blended, it's gonna look pink. And some of you guys that follow me on Snapchat will probably see that I've posted this before on my story, or possibly on my Instagram story of when I take a picture of my eyes looking all red like I've been beat up. That's this. So once I'm done with that, I come and I take my concealer, which is so far the best concealer compared to NARS that I've tried. The Shape Tape by Tarte. One of my favorites right now. Everyone's raving about it, and it's for good reason. It's $24, a little bit of on the pricey side, but my motto is I don't look at price, I look at quality. And if the quality is good, then it's going to last. It's not going to break my skin out, well, most of the time, and it's going to last. The product is going to last because you don't need so much to cover up. You do not have to cake it on. You don't have to build up the coverage. Just 1 or 2 strokes and you're good to go. And I just blend this over the red lipstick, and I use my sponge, my beauty blender, and I take my beauty blender and I just blend it out under my eye, and that is that. So if you can see on my makeup now, I don't have any dark circles. It's because today I did use my red lipstick under my eye before I put the concealer on. I normally bake every day because I have creases under my eyes. You know, age, can't do nothing about it. It just comes. I have a little bit of wrinkles, so when I put the concealer on, what happens is after a while, if you don't bake or put a setting powder, it's going to crease in between those lines, and then during the day you're gonna have to blot it out, you know, to cover it up. So I just take setting spray. I have two. Setting powder, I'm sorry. I have two. I have Dermablend, which I use a lot during the summer because it tends to make your face waterproof. So if you sweat a lot during the summer, I live in Florida, so obviously I'm gonna sweat a lot. I tend to put this on my face with, I don't have the brush with me, not the one I usually use, but I take either a sponge, the beauty blender. You can take the beauty blender on the powder and just pack it in there under your eyes. Let it sit for 10 minutes. Once you're done, you take your fluffy brush and you just sweep it off. That's it. You just leave it on for about 5 to 10 minutes. With your own heat, it tends to bake into your skin and it sets your makeup for the rest of the day. And then when you're done, use setting spray. So far, my favorite setting spray is the Urban Decay. I have the Sephora box, which I get samples, and I got this little handy guy right here, and it's almost gone because I used it every day. I used to use the MAC primer setting spray. I like it. It did work, but I feel that this works a lot better for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but it does for me. So I purchased a new bottle, which is right here. I just got it. So the next thing I usually do is I have no eyebrows at the tails of my eyebrows at the end. I don't have any eyebrows. The technician when I was 16 years old waxed my eyebrows and took my hair off. And I kept going back to try to get them even, and the technician took the other eyebrow off. So now they don't grow back at all. So I have them tattooed. Permanent makeup lines at the ends, but with the medicine I'm on, I take a mixture of different medicine. Is not allowing the pigment to stay in my skin, so it fades. It's been, I would like to say, about 3 months, and this eye is a lot lighter than this eye. So I have to draw in or darken my eyebrow. I like the dip brow because it's not waterproof, but it sets and it doesn't smear off. So I like to go to the beach in the summertime, and obviously you don't want to come out of the water with no eyebrows. So I tend to use this in the summertime. I also have the Anastasia brow pencil, which I like to just fill in certain areas. If I'm not in the mood to do my makeup and really go all out, I'll just use the pencil, fill in certain areas that are faded, and I'm good to go. But you just take a little bit of that. What I normally do is I take a little bit, put it on the top. As you can see, I have it on the top. I blend it on the top here just to get it inside the brush, and then I draw my lines and I fill in the spots. And once you're done doing that, I take the end of the brush and I blend it in so it doesn't look so harsh and fake and dark. So I just brush it out, and that's how I get my eyebrows on every day. So it's a 15-minute process for me in the morning for my eyebrows, but I don't leave my home without my eyebrows. Everybody that knows me knows I have a thing for eyebrows. Since I was 16 years old and they took my eyebrows away from me, I want eyebrows. So I'm thinking about doing Bosley or something to help them grow back, but I need my eyebrows back. Eyebrows just frames your face, and it's something everybody needs to have, some good eyebrows. What else do I have here? I have my favorite highlighters. This is the NYX Ritual. And this is what I just recently got this about a month ago, and it has taken the place of the Urban Decay Sin. Urban Decay, when I went looking for a highlighter, didn't have many that I liked, and Sin was one of my favorite highlighters that I use for under my eyebrows. So I decided, hey, why not use it as a highlighter on my cheekbones? So I don't have any more room, but I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like a pinkish pearl. I don't know if you can see it on the ends here. So this was one of my favorite highlighters before I invested and branched out into buying a bunch of highlighters. I have a drawer full of highlighters, but this is my favorite one. It's compact because it's an eyeshadow, not a highlighter, and when I travel, it's easy for me to just grab this and go. This is another one of my favorites. It's a beautiful color, and the pigment is amazing on this NYX. NYX is a very good inexpensive product that I would compare to MAC products. Not everything that they make I would vouch for, but a lot of their stuff are really good. Their makeup, their lipsticks, their eyeliners, the highlighters. I do have a contour palette from NYX that I do not like. I don't like it because it's too thick. It's very thick and creamy, and it's extremely hard to blend. See that? It's like, I don't know what this feels like. It doesn't feel good at all. It's yucky. It's harsh. It's thick. How I usually do my contour, I usually get 2 shades of foundation and concealer. I will get the foundation 2 shades lighter, or 2 shades darker, and I will get the concealer 2 shades lighter. So you can either contour that way, or you can do your normal process of putting foundation and concealer and then getting a contour palette, and then you can go over that. I just don't like to have too much makeup on my face. I feel too cakey. So I just tend to do my regular routine, which will be my eyes first. I conceal my eyes, put my foundation, work on my eyebrows. Then I decide whether I go to eyeshadow. I go to my eyeshadow, blush, highlight, lipstick, out the door. Other products that I like to use are the Urban Decay eyeliners. The 24/7 is my favorite. The Perversion is what I have on now. They made, I don't think this is it, but I have it at home. They've made a brand just for the inner lid. And I do have it, but I didn't bring it. So that's this. And then they have the regular, these are just their regular eyeliners, I'm sorry. And they're very pigment, very smooth, easy to blend. Sometimes I take these colors, and if I'm not really in the mood to put on makeup, I'll just put a little on the inner lid, on the outer lid, and the top, and then I'll take a brush, maybe like this, fluffy brush, and I just blend it and smudge it, and then I'll just put a little bit of black in the inner lid just for a little bit of color, and then I keep going. Another product that I like from Urban Decay, which I've been practicing with, is the Razor Sharp eyeliner. It's a new product from them. It's for the wing, which I don't know how to do too well. The reason why I like this is because if you mess up, you can peel it. You see that? So if you mess up on your wing, which I mess up like 100 times, and then I end up looking like I have black eyes, I found this, and this is amazing, especially for people who are starting like me to practice the wing. So I'll go and I'll do my wing, and if I don't like it, I'll try to peel it, or I'll take a Q-tip and then I dip it in water, and I just wipe it off. Comes right off, doesn't leave any black residue around. It's very simple, and you can just go right back and do it again. I love it because I'm not really good at the wing yet, So this has helped me to practice. And on days when I'm rushing in the morning, I need to get to work, I will attempt to do a wing. It doesn't work out, just wipe it off. And my eyes are fine, I keep going. My favorite mascara right now is the Feather Lashes Curling Defining Mascara from Ulta. I don't have long lashes, so this builds up my lashes. If you can see my eyes now, I don't have on fake lashes. I have real lashes and just this mascara. And I just, put on a couple of layers and it works. My eyeshadows. So my favorite palettes right now are, well, the Urban Decay Naked primer, their Naked eyeshadow, the first one they came out with, is by far the best. As you can see, I use it a lot. This is my favorite go-to palette. I'm a really neutral girl. I like kind of colors, but I play around with colors more on my lips than I do on my eyes. Sometimes I use a pop of color in my eyes, but more I use it on my lips. So this is my favorite palette. It has more of like a bronzy, goldish tones, and those are my favorite colors. My best friend just gave me this for Christmas, and it's another Urban Decay Ultimate Basic, and they're all matte. So I like matte colors. So this one has really come into play every day that I've been wearing. I haven't wore it the last few days because I just purchased this one. So this one has taken place of this one for now. As you can see, I've used this one a lot. This is one of my favorite colors. It's like a very neutral, pinkish, peachish kind of. I don't have any room here. I'm going to have to move on to the arm. And it is, I don't think you can see that. It's like a pinkish brownish. Today I have on my eyes. What do I have on my eyes? Today I have on Buck, which is this one from Urban Decay. It's on my inner lid. And then I have on the lid, this is another one of my favorites, I don't let it go, is the Urban Decay S&M. It's just a simple gray. And my favorite color is gray. Gray and brown, I'm happy girl. So I have this in the inner lid, and then I have this on my lid, and I blend them both. And then I put some of the Virgin in the inner lid here and the top of under my brows here. And that's the look I have today. It's simple, pretty easy. That's kind of like my go-to. This is another highlighter I like. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on highlighters, you can either go for the NYX, which is just one color, or you can spend a little bit more and get the Becca Afterglow. And there's 5 in here. Well, this is 3 highlighters and 2 blushes. And this is one of my favorite highlighter palettes. I grab this when I'm traveling. This is the first one I grab because I have all the options in here, and it's pretty compact and it's easy to carry. My favorite one is the Rose Gold. I wear it every day. This is pretty much the one I wear almost every day. Today I have on Sin is what I have on today. And my nose bridge, my cheekbones. This is the one I have on. Brushes. The way I usually apply my makeup is usually with the Beauty Blender, my whole face. And then I bake, and I would put, the powder in, the setting powder in. I'll let that sit, and then I'll work on my eyebrows. I'll work on my eyeshadow, and then I'll work on my face. This is my blush brush. I have more than 20 brushes. I only carried with a few today. This is my blush brush that I use to put on blush. This is my foundation brush. If the Beauty Blender is not blending good enough for me, sometimes it, just doesn't get it in. Depends on my skin. I don't know what it is. I take this Tarte big blending brush, and I just buff it into my face. and that's how I'll take care of my foundation. These are my highlighter brushes. These are my favorite ones. My favorite highlighter brushes, these are eyeshadow brushes. This is what I do my red lipstick with this fluffy brush. So I try to keep this brush separate because after a while I'll have red lipstick in it, and then I don't want to take an eyeshadow and then blend it in and then have a bunch of different colors. These two are blending brushes that I use. So a blending brush is good for when you want to put a little bit of shadow. You don't want to cake it on. You just want to kind of brush in a little bit of color. You use a fluffy blending brush so it doesn't hold the color in and it doesn't pack it on. If you want to pack on color, you need like a flat brush like this. And this one's the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. brush, which is not a bad brush for the price. Is only $1. And I really like this brush. You can use, this is actually a concealer brush, but I use this to pack on my eyeshadow sometimes, or if I'm playing around with glitter and things like that, I use this brush. And this is just a smaller fluffy blending brush, which this is pretty much the brush I use every day when I use my eyeshadow, and then I'll take this one and pack on the color onto the lid. What else do I have here? And my lipsticks. My favorite lipsticks are MAC. Why I like MAC? Because they have every finish you could think of. They have every color you could imagine. There's matte, there's satin, there's everything. Sheer. So these are just a few of my favorite lipsticks. I have about 30 lipsticks. This one is one of my go-to. As you can see, it's almost done. It's the Viva Glam 2. This is when I wear just a nude lip. It's very, very light. Let me see, where can I put this? Let's try this arm. If you can see, it's like a nude, pinkish. It's a really, really pretty nude. I wear it every day. So if you see me in my pictures, pretty much that's what I'm wearing. This one is when I feel like being brave and wearing that red lip. Normally I wear a red lip when I'm feeling good or I am not feeling well and I need that pop of color to make me feel like I could take on the world. And this is the Fashion Reveal. My husband doesn't like when I wear red lipstick. I don't know why. He's not a fan of, he loves the nude lip. So I don't wear a lot of red lips, and then he won't kiss me if I have red lips on, so I have to take off my lipstick and give him a kiss. This one is Men Love Mystery, and like I said, I like to play around with colors, so it's like a really pretty purple violet color. It's a really pretty soft color. You can wear it every day. You can wear it at work. You can wear it on a night out. Normally when I wear a dark bold lip, I usually don't have a lot of makeup on my eyes. I'll do a lighter, softer eye and then a bold lip. If you have bold eyes and a bold lip, it looks more like a night look, like if you're going out to a club or something like that. I don't like the way it looks on a day job personally. This is, what is this? Flesh Spot. So the lettering is kind of like faded on the bottom. This is a really, really pale nude. I like this color a lot too. When I do dark bold eyes, I usually do a really, really light, and it looks almost white, like a ghost lip. You can use a darker lip liner around your outer lip, and then you can draw lines in the lip, and then you can apply this over. It'll give it a little bit more color. You won't look so like plain, like a ghost. I like that plain ghost look. Not many people do. I just had a friend in here who was telling me she hates it, but I love it. This is one of my favorite summer colors. This is Candy Yum Yum, and I love this. Once you have a tan and you're wearing this, it looks fabulous. And wear a neon shirt, even better. That's just my favorite. This is what I have on today. It's styled in Sepia, and it's a nice, pretty dark brown. And I wear this normally when I do like a neutral look and stuff, and I want to wear a little bit of lipstick, but I don't want to go too bold. I'll do this color. So I think I went over everything that I brought in today. I have my moisturizers, my favorite moisturizers. I have another foundation that I use. this is my summer foundation. I'm going to get to the questions, which one of the questions is, what do I do for my summer foundation? So I'm going to go over the questions now. One of the questions was, what is exactly to bake your face and how do you do it? Well, the term baking your face is what drag queens used years ago, and it's just to cake your face with translucent powder to make it stay, to set the foundation. When you apply your foundation, it's moist, it's wet, so you apply the powder and it's going to suck up that moisture and it will set your face. So all you have to do is, after you've done your normal process of putting on your foundation, you take a little bit of the foundation. I've seen a lot of people do it different ways. They take a brush and they put it all in there, and then they just cake it on, and they put it in the areas. My areas to bake are the center forehead, which is always greasy, my bridge of my nose, which is always greasy, the under my eyes where I have some wrinkles, and then I do a light line here under my cheekbone just to highlight when I contour my cheekbone, is just to highlight the contour of my cheekbone. And then I cake it on, or you can take a sponge, which is the way I do it. I dip my sponge in there and I just pat it in there. And then I use a brush to brush it off. That's pretty much how you bake your face. I don't think there is a right way or a wrong way to do it. I mean, I'm not a makeup specialist, nor I'm not certified in makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. I just love makeup. I've learned to do makeup watching YouTube videos and trying different things and making mistakes and just going for it. I mean, there's no right or wrong. Just go for it. The next question is how do you find the right tone for foundation, especially in Florida? Well, what I do is I test all my foundation in my neck, because if it blends with your neck, it's going to blend with your face. You don't want your face to look orange or your neck to look white. So you blend it on your neck, and if it matches your neck, that's the right tone for you. In the summertime, when you're tanning, you go 2 shades darker, which is what I do. I go 2 shades darker, and if I'm not at this color yet, I'll mix it with the lighter color that I have. You can see the difference in color here. Whoa. That's a big difference in color. This is me now. This is me in the summertime. So I will take a little bit of this and a little bit of the darker, maybe a half a pump, and just mix it in and then test to see if it's the right color. If you need a little bit more, a little bit less, you kind of play around with it until you get to the color. I always have 2 foundations because I tan a lot in the summertime, so I obviously going to get darker, and we need to blend. Make sure that you're not walking around with a white face and dark skin. You don't want to look crazy. So I already explained when you're tanning, what do I do? The next question is, do you makeup routine change in the summer months? The only thing that I would say that change in the summer months is I use a darker foundation, and I use the Dermablend powder. The Dermablend powder is waterproof, so I tend to use this so that when I sweat and stuff like that, and I use extra setting spray. I throw on an extra spray to make sure it stays, because in Florida, you walk out the door, you're sweating in 2 minutes. So what are the best products for women of color to use to contour and highlight? You can contour and highlight any way you want. I recommend the Anastasia Contour Cream Kit, which is, so far, I haven't tried it yet, but I've tested on the stores, and it's one of the most creamiest contour palette that I've seen. Or you can just get two foundations. You can get a foundation darker, and you can get a foundation lighter, and then you can just contour that way. Or you can get a foundation that's a little, like maybe a shade or 2 darker than your regular skin tone, and then get a lighter concealer. So you can contour any way you want. You can either use the foundation, you can use the highlighter, or you can buy a contour palette, use that. I personally don't like a lot of makeup on my face. I don't like to feel cakey, so I just use a lighter shade and a darker shade foundation, because I don't like to have, I don't want to put this on and then have to cake up more and put the contour palette on top of that. I just feels too heavy for me. So this is the way I achieve my contour. And then I'll take a bronzer, a matte bronzer, and then I'll just highlight the cheekbones a little bit, make it a little bit darker, and that's pretty much it. Someone asked, how do you keep your eye makeup looking nice when you can't stop yawning, which makes your eyes watery? Well, if you're tired, I think you should go to sleep, because sleep is important. And if you have allergies, make sure you take your allergy medication, because there's no way to stop that. The only thing that I would say that will help, like right now I have allergies, so my nose is congested, my eyes will water, my nose would drip. I use a good primer, a really good primer, to make sure that your makeup's gonna stick. A good foundation and a good setting spray. You either could use, I would bake. If you're afraid that your makeup's gonna come off, I will bake a little bit and set it into your skin and use setting spray. It tends to work. Right now I've been sneezing all day and my nose has been dripping, and I don't know if you can see, I still have makeup around my nose, which half of it came off as on a napkin. And I just blot it out throughout my face just to kind of like blend it in. It's really nothing I could do. My allergies are gonna drive me crazy, and until I get treatment, I just have to take allergy medication and make the best of it. How pigment do you like your eyeshadows? I personally like my eyeshadows really pigment. I like quality. I don't like to shop because something's costs more money. I like to buy it if it's good quality. If it's good quality, it's gonna last you longer. So like the Urban Decay, I've had this palette. Honestly, I don't know if eyeshadows go bad or they expire, but I've had this palette for at least 3-4 years. And I still have it, and I use it often. So that goes to show you the difference between purchasing an eyeshadow that is very pigment versus an eyeshadow that is store brand. If you see how pigment those are, you just need very little and they go a long way. That will be my choice on what I'll do. I'd rather spend a little bit more money and know that I'm going to purchase something that's going to last, and that's going to really work. Not that I'm sitting there adding more time to my routine in the morning to cake on that eyeshadow to make sure you can see it. If it's pigment, it's going to show with just one swipe. You don't have to really like cake it on. Another question, what lip shades are my favorite, which I went over, and the MAC. I am starting to cross over to Urban Decay lipsticks. I have a few here and there. I kind of play around with the Kylie lip paint. What else? I've tried the Anastasia lip paint. I play around with lipsticks, but my go-to favorites are always the MAC. I've always seemed to go back to these. Another question, I have very oily skin. What foundation do you suggest to contour that? I recommend the Smashbox Studio Skin 15 Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. This has, this is the perfect foundation for me for the summer because it stays on. It doesn't melt off. I just purchased this one, the Tarte Empowered Hybrid Gel. I just started using this, so I really can't say how it's going to do for the summer. Right now in Florida, it's a little chilly. It's not as hot, so I can't really say how this is going to work for the summer. But I can say this foundation really, really works for the summertime. Between this and this, it's not going anywhere. It stays on. You put a setting spray, stays on all day long. Someone also asked, this is not necessarily makeup related, but do you use anything for moisturizing your skin? I do. Skincare is the most important thing you could do for your face. If you have bad skincare, it's going to show through your makeup. If you have dry patches, it's going to show. If you have cracks, it's going to show. You really need to moisturize your skin and make your skin smooth. I use the Clinique 3-step. It's a face wash, a toner, and then it's this cream. And this is the Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. This will change your world. 2 weeks of using this, all my dry patches are gone. I have no more dry patches on my face. And I use this every day in the morning before I do my makeup. I use it's called Clinique Moisture Surge, and I know a lot of people that use this and they love it. I use this before I put on my primer. My normal, like I said, my normal routine would be wash my face, put this on, my primer, and then keep going from there. How do you change your look with how do you feel that day? Well, it all depends on my mood. Every morning I wake up with the attitude that I'm going to put on a full face, but not every day I get the full face. If I have too much pain, it really depends on how I feel when I'm sitting at my vanity, because I tend to sit at my vanity and put on my gospel music and worship music, and I sit there and I pray every morning, and I'm like, God, give me the strength to get through this day, to get up, to go to work, push me. I pray every single morning at that vanity. Sometimes I get the urge or the inspiration or the push that I'm asking for, and I get a burst of energy and I'm able to do a full face. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes it's just a little bit of covering up, and not even, sometimes I won't even put primer on. That's how bad it'll be. I'll put a little bit of concealer, blend it in, a little bit of mascara, pencil out my eyebrow, chapstick, good to go. That's it. I really, really, really like makeup because it has given me, I would say, like, the power to push forward. It gives me something to look forward to every day. Everybody that's out there that's sick, any of my Spoonie followers that has, anybody that's suffering with any kind of illness knows that it's not easy to get up every day and push forward. I just want to encourage everybody that find what makes you happy. Find that little bit of hope that's going to help you to get up and get going. For me, is doing my makeup and planning my outfit for the day. I literally go from my house to my car to my office. I have 3 girls in my office, and that's it. And I walk my little runway when I come into the office, and I joke around with the girls that I'm walking my runway with my fashion show, and then I go into my office, do my work. But nobody really sees me. I'm in my office. But it makes me feel good. It makes me have that energy to get up and look forward to the next day. I go home the night, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm not feeling well, I soak. I usually use Epsom salt every night or every other night. Sometimes I use lavender essential oil in my tub or a bath bomb. I'll soak for about an hour, and then as soon as I get out, I'm already thinking. I'm in the tub on my phone looking. I have an app on my phone which I take pictures of everything in my closet and everything I purchase, and I put together outfits on my phone. So while I'm laying in the tub or I'm laying in bed not feeling well, I'm organizing my outfits for what I'm going to wear the next few days. And that night when I go to bed, I wake up the next morning, I have morning stiffness, I have pain, I have stiff neck, I have spasms. I get in the tub, I do the same thing every morning, get in the tub with some Epsom salt, soak it away for 20 minutes, get up, wash my face, take a shower. Sometimes I take showers, sometimes I don't. I just soak. And then I get ready, and I'll do my makeup, and I sit at my vanity and I pray. But that little bit of hope or that little bit of excitement to do my makeup and try a new look or find a new outfit in my closet is what keeps me pushing, keeps me looking forward. I like to come home and my daughter, the little fashionista, is like, Mom, you look pretty today. Or, Mom, you look nice today. Or, wow, Mom, you really did your makeup. Like, that just gives me that little bit of happiness and hope. Or when my husband calls me and says, wow, you look really pretty today. That just really puts a smile on my face to know that he's noticing that I am dressing up and I'm still trying my best to look good, even though he knows I don't feel as half as good as I look. And I just want everybody that if you ever need someone to talk to or reach out to, I understand. You can DM me, you can email me. We're here to listen, we're here to help. I'm here to encourage you. Whether it's about makeup, whether it's if you have a fashion idea that you're going out and you need help to pick out an outfit, send me a picture. I'll tell you what I like, what I don't like, what I think will look good on you. Anything. We're here to help each other, and that's my goal. My goal is to help everyone out there that's suffering the way I'm suffering, and I want you all to look forward to living every day. I know a lot of us don't want to go on, a lot of us want to just give up, but we can't. We are someone's sunshine, we are someone's world, and if we go, then what happens to them? What happens to them? You know what I mean? It's just something that you really, I personally went through suicide that really touched my family, and that really showed me that suicide is something that I would never play with. I would never hurt my family in that way. And I know in order for you to commit suicide, you have to really be hurting. I'm sorry. I just want you guys to know that I understand and I know and I'm there. And if you need my help, just reach out and I'll be more than happy to help you whatever I can, whether it's give you advice, whether I help you with finding health insurance, or whether I can guide you to the right nonprofit that can help you, or anything, just an ear. Just reach out. There's always somebody listening. So before I keep crying and get all emotional like I always do because I'm a mush, I'm gonna end the video and tell you all that I love you all, and thank you for following me, and thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel and my blog and following my journey. There's so much to come. There's so much that we're working on, and I'm just happy that I can help other people and share my story with other people. And I really, really hope that this encourages a lot of you to get up every day and tackle on your day and look as fabulous as you can. Bye.